Good morning. Um, Sorry, I was just yawning and I realized that my glasses are filthy. It's hard to see. I think I put my fingers on it when I picked them up today. Oh well. Um, so we're here on Monday, start of the week, middle of a month already. Amazing. It always feels like spring to me goes quickly. Uh, the end of winter just drags, right? But then spring comes and it zooms right past. Um, so, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know. Let's just do some pranayama. How about that? So we're sitting up, nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Breathing in through the nose and back out through the nose. And let's work on equal breathing. So trying to bring that inhale and the exhale to be about the same length, maybe a count of 4. Um, just working at that. Generally speaking, it's the exhale that you need to work on a little more. Most of us, when we start observing our breath, that inhale is what is long, and we even exaggerate usually that inhale, but then the exhale shortens up a bit. So give that a try. Even breathing. And then just moving back into kind of a natural breath, not trying to control it in any particular way. Okay, so opening your eyes. Pranayama is a great practice, the even breathing, or you can even do, sometimes you're lengthening the exhale and try to make that even longer than the inhale. Um, and there's a variety of different things you can do. But the even breathing is very good for, pardon me, I keep yawning. So sometimes you will notice that, like when you start doing pranayama, you'll start yawning a bit. And that can be, um, I mean, yawning happens for a lot of reasons. But one of the things, I think your body starts to wake up a little and is really wants more of that oxygen. So it's trying to bring in whatever it can. Um, but the even breathing is really good if you are feeling anxious or stressed, to kind of settle things down. It's also very energizing. So if you're feeling sleepy, or oh my God. If you're feeling sleepy, or um, just kind of laggy, right? In the middle of the day or near the end of the day, you get that kind of really kind of sinking down feeling, like you just want to take a nap or have a cup of coffee or something. Do a little pranayama, and it will, the breath bringing in more oxygen, everything will kind of perk you up in a very beneficial way, right? Instead of, although taking a nap is also beneficial. So if you had the choice between the two, you might want to opt for a nap, because I know we don't always get the opportunity for a nap, but you can do pranayama pretty much anywhere, anytime. So um, I'd go for the nap if I have the choice. Okay, so let's move a little. You can sit tall, relax the shoulders, keep breathing. And then we're going to drop the chin down toward the chest. Let the head hang. Moving around, big circle. Couple times. And then reverse. Back to center. Lean forward and move around. One way and the other. Back up to your seat. Bring the arms wide. Take a deep breath and then exhale, hands together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Interlace your fingers. Lift the hands. Gaze up. And then arms down by your side. Inhale, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Let's lift the shoulders. Roll back. And then forward. Walk the hands out in front. And then behind you, fingertips point away from the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, gaze up. And then back up to your seat. Left hand on right knee, right arm behind. Sit up tall. Take a breath and then twist. Back to center. Switch sides. And back to center. Tabletop. Sitting back on the heels. Moving back up. Let's do a couple sets of cat-cow. So we're lowering the belly, lift the head as we inhale, exhale, reversing that, drawing the belly in, set the gaze down. Inhales. And then back on the heels again. You have arms extended. And then maybe stack the fists and rest the forehead. So if you find being in child's pose is difficult, right, you can move around. You can bring the knees a little wider on the mat. You don't have to stay in this one way of doing it. You could bring the arms by the side, rest the head. Um, Lots of variations. Each one is doing a little different, you know. slightly different sort of thing, but see how it goes. Sometimes holding poses a little longer gives you some information about what you're doing in the pose. Sometimes we are kind of, I don't want to say cheating. It is almost like cheating though, right? So we're kind of brushing through a pose. We're not really experiencing it. We are just kind of using momentum to move us through it. And we are maybe using a little more than we should. Rushing and trying to move through a pose too quickly can actually damage what you're doing, because you're not really being safe. You're not really planning, right? If you know you have to hold a pose for a little bit, you're going to be more careful about how you set it up, right? You're not going to just be like, oh, it'll be okay, I'm just here for a second or two, right? And we always want to be careful how we set things up. And then make your way up. We're going to extend the right leg back, resting the ball of the foot on the mat, press that heel away. And you can, kind of rock back and forth a little bit if you want. And then switch. Back to tabletop. We're going to swing the right leg around. So we're up on that left knee. Arms overhead. Maybe lean back a little. And then hands to center. Take a deep breath. And then a twist, turning from the shoulders. You can hook the elbow. You could stay upright. Bring that left hand down. Pressing here, pulling that right shoulder back. Back to center, right hand down by the foot. Left arm lifts. And then both hands down. Kind of leaning in here. Walk the hands back. So we're extending that right leg, maybe folding over. If you've got a bend in the right knee, that's fine. Again, the hamstrings might be tight here. Swing the right leg around. We're back into child's pose. So if you usually have the knees close, maybe we bring them further apart for this one, or go the other way. If your knees are usually far apart. Try bringing them a little closer and see how that feels. Coming back up. Let's swing that left foot around. So we're up on the right knee, arms high, maybe lean back. Hands to center, take a breath, and a twist. Back to center, left hand down by the foot, lift the right. And then both hands down to the mat. Gonna kind of lean into this pose however much you want. Walk the hands back, extending the left leg, maybe folding over. And then swing that leg around. We're in child's pose once more. Moving back up. We're going to walk the hands back out again to tabletop. And then walk them out a little bit further. And we're going to kind of shift forward and lower down. Head towards the right, arms by your side. Head back to center. Let's bring the hands by your side in position for Cobra. So tops of the feet resting on the mat. Feet are close together. Hands about chest height. Squeeze the shoulders back. Bringing the elbows close to the body. And then we're lifting up, head and chest. Pressing down with the feet, lifting the hands. And then lower down. Head turns to the left, arms by your side. Remember, if you having trouble getting your head down on the mat, just press forward with the toes, and generally speaking, that will help you out. Head to center. We're going to start lifting up, head and chest, arms and legs. Let's flip the palms first so they're resting on the mat. And lowering back down. Let's bring the arms out in front. Resting one forearm on top of the other. Set the head down, either the chin or the forehead. You bring the feet a little wider on the mat. Toes in, heels out, or heels in, toes out. Your choice. And then we're going to start moving our way back up. So you can come from here to tabletop and then child's pose, or if you want, you can upward dog. Just hold here for a breath or two. And then moving back into child's pose. Back to tabletop, and then let's just come into a seat. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Take a deep breath. Lean forward. Come back up. Let's bring the left leg under with knee pointing out. Right leg on top. Get that set up. Take a deep breath and fold. Back up, switch it around. Breath in, fold forward. Back up, both legs out in front. Deep breath in, fold forward. Coming up, left hand on right knee, right arm behind you. Sit up tall. Deep breath, twist. Back to center, switch. Back to center. Let's point and flex the feet. Rotate through the ankles. One way and the other. And then bend your knees. Soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to lower down. Take a few breaths. Then right ankle on top of left knee. You can bring the leg in if that's part of your supine pigeon, or maybe you're keeping the foot on the floor, the left foot, and pressing that right knee away. Either one works. Just depends how intense you want that to be today. Let's switch. And then set both feet back on the floor. Setting up for a bridge. We're going to do supported bridge, but you could also do regular bridge if you want. So we've got heels back close to the body. Lifting up. Find a good place for the block. And relax. And then removing the block. Set back down. You bring soles of the feet together if you feel like it. Breathe. And then moving into Shavasana from here. You just stay this way, extend the legs if you want. If there's any poses you need to do to get yourself settled, that's fine. But we're going to rest comfortably. Keep breathing. Trying to keep that focus on just your breath, that peaceful state of mind. Focusing on this place, this space. When we keep our attention in the present, we see what is real. We experience what is really happening. We aren't anticipating the worst case scenario or imagining things are better than they are. Right? We aren't living in a fantasy or a nightmare. We are living in reality. And if you've ever had times in your life where you've been trying to, get away in your mind, right? You know how much effort that takes, how much wasted, really, it's wasted effort, right? Ultimately, it changes nothing. So that worry or anticipation is a lot of wasted time. So rather than dissipate our energy in that way, let's keep it focused here and now. Moving a little, bringing yourself back to awareness of your everyday existence here. Making your way up to a seat if you want, or you could rest on the mat. Bring hands together, breath in and out. Thank you for taking time today for yoga and for sharing it with me here. Hope that you have a beautiful Monday. Namaste. Thank you. So whenever I say that, I always think of, I had a student who would always fall asleep. And sometimes she would fall asleep when we were doing the back bending, so laying on her belly, or in Shavasana, right? So she would be the one who did not get up at the end of class. But that was all right. We always woke her up, but I think she could definitely use that extra nap. So we're moving into meditation because Yeah, let's do it. So you've got that steady peace, right? Peaceful state in your mind. Which is half the battle, right? Half the battle is just getting in that state of mind. If we're already there, it's a lot easier. Okay, we're back. Um, Hopefully that was relaxing for you and you feel good for your morning. Um, all right, I will be back tomorrow. Dora and Susan, good morning.